Hi, my name is Chris, and I would like to show you a really cool trick I learned this week on how to make um, 3D mockups of the cover of my books. And I'm really a beginner, but I'm kind of excited because this is a bit of an advanced feature, and the fact that I found a really simple way of doing it, I think is really cool. Um, I started less than 3 months ago, and I made only two notebooks so far, right? Because first I had to learn a lot, all the programs, the pipelines, how to use them, blah blah. So this is my first one, and it's called Notebook for Work with Motivational Quotes, and this one is called Notebook African Proverbs, Wisdom in Quotes. This took me like nearly 2 months to make. This just a week, so I'm getting faster, but still learning. And you know, while I was watching the videos on how to do the covers and the interiors, I stumbled on a video that described a website called Tangent Templates, right? And in case the name, wasn't suggestive enough, it is about templates already made for you to use to make your books. And it is, relatively inexpensive because I think it costs $59, and it's for life. There is no monthly fee, nothing, right? And so as the video I watch explained, there are all these templates you can make, notebooks, journals, logbooks, and so many more things. As you can see, there's like so many. You can even make your own, and apparently some of them are even dynamic and intelligent. So like when you resize them, they sort of adjust. I haven't really looked at them yet because after I was done with the first two notebooks, like the ones I showed you, I decided before making my third notebooks with tangent templates to make the A plus content for those two notebooks, right? Already I had. So this is the A plus content for one. This is A plus content for the other. As you can see, structurally they're very similar, right? And that's it. So when you are on the website, now if you scroll down, you have the A plus content, right? Same for the other one. You scroll down and you get the A plus content. That's what it is. It's free. A plus content is a great way to enhance the marketing of your book. You can sort of show how it is inside, and how it looks, for instance, on a desk or things like that. And you can also, there is also one widget that basically allows you to put two links to other books you may have. I only have two, so I have basically two links to itself and to the other one I have. So I can click here and I'll go to it. Then I go down, I can go back to the other one. It's only two. So anyway, initially when I did it, I had like a picture of the full front cover, right? This is the other books, right? So let's take this one, right? So I had like a picture of the front cover here. It is like this one, right? So like if you hold it like this is what. Now notice that this is the author copy, the one you get to debug, in a sense, the book is to see if there are problems and stuff. And this one still has the title not only on the front cover, but also on the spine. And I decided to eliminate it. So in the final version, there is no spine anymore because I prefer the clean look. But fundamentally, these weren't there, right? So the view, like at an angle of the front cover and the view at an angle of the back cover, they weren't there. And I saw that other books had it though, right? So I figured out how to do this one, right? With Canva, you can basically take the front cover, essentially you put it at an angle, right? And then it's pretty simple with Canva to add a shadow, and then you add all the other information. So it looks really like it's part of a desk, and this one too, right? Is a different one, and again, it looks like it's sitting on a desk with a shadow, and it looks pretty good. But fundamentally, it's like flat to the to the screen, right, to the camera, and it's cool. But these are super cool, right? I hope you agree with me, right? They really look 3D, and they sort of give also more information to the potential buyer, because you can kind of see how the book is, right? You can really imagine how it is, but how you do it, right? So while I was watching videos on how to make a plus content, I watch one that says, oh, there is a very simple way to do this. You just have to use tangent templates and there is a feature to do it. And I was like, I already have it, so I want to use it, right? But I was like, where is it, right? Because I never even heard about that feature. And tangent template is obviously famous because of all these templates. And there's also other features. There is a designer. Like I haven't really looked at much so far, much into it, because basically now is the moment I start studying it for real, because I'm starting working on my third book. But if you go here to more tools, there is this quick mockup. See, there are several tools, but this one is the one that we care about, right? You click on it. Quick mockup is a tool that you upload a cover, like this one, right? Is the cover of this book, for instance. And notice that they give you also this thing that you can, use to carve only part. So imagine that this is the full cover, both front and back cover, right? You can say, oh, I only take the front cover or only take the back cover, right? But in my case, I already split the front and back cover aside in two different files before uploading them. I use the GIMP to do that. So I just take 100% of it now because the whole file is the front. So I don't really crop it. But again, they give you the tool. If you haven't done the split in two halves already, you can sort of choose the left or the right half, and it does it for you, basically, the crop. You don't even need to use GIMP. And notice that there is this thing that you can rotate. Now, if you move it all the way to the right, it basically is flat, and you can even do it in Canvas, right? You just add a shadow, and Canvas is perfectly fine for this. But if you move it like this, it rotates, right? And it rotates it, so you can actually see. I had to add a little more pages, right? But you can see that it's really 3D. But it's not too much of an angle that you cannot read it, so it's still readable, but at the same time, you can see this 3D, right? And there are other features that you can change. For instance, this is the cover of the back. So for instance, this thing here is the cover, back cover in a sense, and you can change the color. And because this book is mostly orange, warm colors, I can say, well, let's make it orange, right? So I go here and I choose orange. And as you can see, this becomes orange. Very well. And there is also, you can also do the shadow. And I think by default is black, but I prefer to make it like dark gray. So you lose a little bit of the shadow when you do that because it's less dark, but now you can boost it up a bit. And so now you have a shadow that, in my opinion, is a little more realistic because it's not like super dark black, but at the same time, And by the way, notice how it really adds the feel that it is real, right? It's really standing somewhere. And you can choose whether it's large or small. I never even chose small, so I just download it. I go to the download section, and I can click on the front cover, and that's it. It's done. So you upload it. You sort of choose the color of the back, like I chose orange. You choose the thickness, if it is large or small, and how much shadow you want, and that's it. You download it, right? It's very simple. Now, there is also a trick that I learned how to make the back cover. See, of course, the simple way is, as you can see, this is the front cover, right? I mean, the full cover. So if you want the front cover, you just do this. If you want the back cover, you do that. But in this case, I have already split them in GIMP. So this is the back cover, right? As you can see, it's the back cover. So I do this, and I take all of it. And that's great. And notice that it still remembers that it's orange and stuff. I want to make a sticker though. Everything else it remembers exactly how it was before. So I just say download. And I go to the back cover. And that's it, right? It's done. But notice that there is a problem because it is actually swapped. It's like it's mirrored. What I mean is that if you look at the full cover, like this is where the spine is, right about halfway. So you see that there is this space here, and then there is the figure of the lady, the face of the lady. And the face of the lady, in a sense, is close to the border, to the edge of the cover, but there is a little bit of space between her and the edge. But in the book is the opposite. The space is close to the border and she is close to the spine. So it's the opposite. So it is easy to fix though. As you can see, I had the back cover that we just used. I already have the flip version, but let's say you don't have the flip version yet. You only have the original half from the full cover, right? You can open it with something like, GIMP, or of course Photoshop, it works, right? You have this one, is the original, okay. And you go to Tools, Transform, Flip, right? Now notice that just because you select the feature, it doesn't happen. You have to actually click on it, and now it flips it. So now you can save it. Maybe you can change the name so you don't override the original one, in case you want to keep it since it's the back cover. So now you say export, and you get this one, right? So now, instead of this one, that is intuitively should be the one you upload in tangent template. No, you upload the flipped one, and it works now. So let me show you. Reset again, upload, and now we upload the flip version. Again, the whole thing. Scroll down, and that's it. Okay, let's add little thickness, but everything else is already there, including the fact that the back is orange. Download, and we have the flipped version exactly as supposed to be. So there is a little bit of space between the spine and the lady, see this space here, and she's close to the edge, exactly like it is supposed to be, right? In a sense, see, this is the other one, but basically it goes around the right way. And as you can see, this is exactly the one that I actually ended up uploading on the side of the full cover. So you see the full cover when it is open like this. At the same time, you also see when when it stands at like a 3/4 sort of, and I think it looks really cool. And in particular, because I already had tangent templates. I bought it because of the templates, right? All these that I'm hoping to speed up how I make my next notebook. So hopefully it takes me even less than a week to do everything. And I don't know, they don't even advertise this, or at least the only place I saw is this one video that says, you just click and it does it. And I was like super happy because I already had it. So basically for me it was free. And now the nice people of Tangent Templates, they gave me a link that you can use, is down in the video, to click on it and go to their website and download it. They also gave me a small percentage for this. Again, this is just gravy. You don't have to do it, but I'm just pointing out that this is a pretty advanced feature as far as I can tell. And the only way to do it is using basically tangent templates, is like one click away, literally. And okay, you have to do an extra step of flipping the back cover. You can also do the back cover. And now your A+ content, I think it looks quite a bit better because, okay, with Canva, you can already do the 2D versions, and that's very nice to show how it looks when it's on a desk, for instance. But this is just something else, right? To me, is just next level. And, I was very excited when I realized something that already had can do it. And so I decided to share it with the community because, I learned so much from watching videos from you guys, and I felt like, I learned one thing. I'm a beginner. I learned one thing. I decided to share it with you. So just to give back something to the community. That's all. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you want to buy Tangent Template, there is a link to get directly there. And that's it. Ciao.